There is mounting pressure on the federal government to give humanitarian visas to Afghan fighters who trained here in Australia. The group, who are now back in Afghanistan, have received death threats from the Taliban because of their time training at the Royal Military College Duntroon. Chief News anchor Kieran Gilbert has the story.
With the first evacuation flight and now 3,000 humanitarian places on top of that, a number of military figures are asking what will happen to those who fought alongside Australian troops in Afghanistan. One cohort is a group that studied at the Royal Military College Duntroon. A number of veterans from the Afghanistan operation have approached me over the last couple of days to raise the plight of about half a dozen Afghan nationals who studied at RMC. I put this to the Immigration Minister and asked whether those people would be eligible for protection visas. Are you open to providing a visa to those individuals who, I'm told, and I've seen the evidence, have been threatened by the Taliban because they trained in Australia?
Yeah, Kieran, we're very conscious of the great risk that people are in all through Afghanistan now, and the Taliban is an evil and murderous regime that has threatened the life and safety of so many people, and they're doing so again. These are the kind of people that we would expect to be applying under the refugee and humanitarian program.
As well as about half a dozen who are in Afghanistan who studied at Duntroon, there are 2 Afghan cadets there right now. They look like they will be afforded humanitarian protection by the government.
So the government's announced that anyone lawfully here from Afghanistan on a temporary visa will not be asked to leave or will not have to leave under any circumstance. They will be able to apply under the normal mechanisms for protection. They will not form part of the 3,000 humanitarian allocation. So people who are here, and I understand it's a small cohort, under 100 will be able to apply onshore for protection, and those claims will be assessed in the usual way. And of course they won't be required to leave while those claims are being assessed, and we will grant those visas as required.
Support for those Afghan graduates from RMC Duntroon is something that the Labor Party believes should be afforded.
Oh, look, absolutely, Kieran. There's no doubt that these people will be very vulnerable as a result of their training in Australia. The Taliban have a history of cruelty and a record that led Australia into this action. And the fact is that these people, we do have a moral obligation, I think.
The first evacuation flight successful out of Kabul. Only 26 on board. Internationally, there have been more than 2,000 diplomats and officials that have been repatriated.